far here in the LCK for 2021 have been on that Camille. One sample size. Heck yeah, my kind of style. As we've got a blue side Talia ban to open up the Kai'Sa for Ghost.
Yeah. There would have been a way for Hanwha Life to finagle one of either Talia or Kai'Sa had they not banned the Talia, I suppose.
Excellent use
Although
of
Hanwha
finagle.
Life could have, yeah, Hanwha Life could have banned away the Kai'Sa, but they said that Pantheon is scarier. I'd imagine there isn't much more that is, you know, there's nothing more scary than Canyon on something like a Pantheon, I guess. So they want to take that away. Thinking about a Renekton here for Dudu as some pretty high priority on that pick, but maybe just want to get him on something comfortable, something he can kind of survive on and not get too far behind on. Into a matchup that, again, we're expecting Khan to be the big favorite.
Yep, likely to see a jungler here, and it's just going to be an insta-lock of the Udyr. Okay, we saw Udyr fall in the hands of Peanut in our last series. Pioshik's still 100% win rate on it. I feel like he's been well and truly up and down so far in the LCK. I believe now has dipped below a 50% win rate after Peanut's most recent loss on the champion. We'll see whether there's going to be some priority on the Orianna that does enable him so much. As Canyon looking to take away the Nidalee. More of a denial is what it feels like here, as Showmaker just going to make sure this bottom lane is held together as well as possible, as Beryl gets his very famous Alistair, mostly from 2019 rather than 2020, but still a big one. As there's Chovy's Twisted Fate, and look at that sly smirk on his face as well. Currently his most played champion so far, and he's got a 66% win rate, Valdez, but his KDA is 36.
What, did he have like one death in the time that he lost?
I believe so. That's not bad. Statistically,
Is that even possible?
not bad.
Yeah, he's pretty good, I guess. And you noted that we are getting the picks here on Damwon Kia for the bottom side and the jungle. So Kai'Sa, Alistair, and Nidalee. So we need only solo lanes for Damwon Kia. Note that the Kalista is taken away from Deft. They're going to show respect towards that. I wonder if they would ever even consider banning away something like a Vayne.
Yeah.
I feel like that would maybe be going a little bit too far, but that is what Deft has been playing mostly as of recent times, or at least, you know, maybe not his most picked, but definitely something he's showing a lot of favor to.
I'm actually feeling Deft's Jhin for this game. I don't know why. I'm feeling it in my waters. I think that Hanwha Life are going to be playing towards the top side almost exclusively. And a lot of teams do like to just sit Jhin towards the bottom lane and use that extra range to keep him as safe as possible. The Xayah will be taken away here. And now Deft is going to let us know what he has on his mind. As Senna is another option. This is one that he actually brought out himself. And still some flexibility. We'll see where Deft does decide to go. Oh, don't flash the Jinx. It just... That gets my nostalgia going a little bit too much.
Yeah. MF being hovered here, but back to the Senna, and it will be the Senna that does get selected. And keeping that last pick, the support, mysteriously open for now. So we'll see what does go alongside of the Senna, who, you know, with some of the recent buffs, fasting Senna still very strong.
Yep. A lot of options here for Vista as well. Could head towards that Maokai that has been paired with the Senna so often. You know, Nautilus for some very standard choices there. As we've got a very purple theme going on here for Damwon Kia. And I do like the emphasis on some hard engage as well as, some hard CC in the mid lane to allow Canyon to help Showmaker out. Currently a consideration on the Quinn. And we're looking to side lane here on Damwon Kia's side. We've seen Quinn into the Na'Vi very effective. But Quinn into Renekton is a losing matchup here in the LCK. Of course, she was actually picked up originally to be a counter to the Renekton, but it hasn't necessarily worked out that way, and we'll see whether Khan can prove us all wrong as far as our LCK predictions for this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see if Khan can turn that one around. Gragas is going to be the selection here from Vista, so Gragas probably going to be fed a little bit down here in the bottom side alongside of the Senna. And that's going to add some really nice AP burst, which they didn't have in spades prior to this. Obviously, Twisted Fate has a bit, but
yep,
you get some nice engage alongside of it to kind of open things up a little bit more consistently compared to just Renekton Udyr, who will look to run at you.
I actually really like what Hanwha Life have put together here. I think the follow-up from, you know, Chovy's Destinies, Arthur's going to be there anyway, right? Because he just sprints on over. and he's going to be available. Dudu should be able to do some decent things towards the top side of the map, and they can play around the Renekton very, very well in the laning phase to try and put Khan behind, who has definitely been a linchpin for Damwon Kia. And then Deft has the Dawning Shadow, so, you know, from half the map away, he can also contribute to some of these fights, and Vista will be roaming early. So I like the idea out of Hanwha Life Esports. Damwon Kia, however, are going to try and counter these lanes, get themselves a very solid bottom lane, and their mid lane 2v2 should be okay as well, despite the fact that Arthur and Chovy will still be relatively enabled with what they've put together.
Yeah, for sure. All eyes, I feel like, are on Khan here on this Quinn. I think if he falters, if he's not able to get a significant advantage in the top lane, then we could see this fall apart a little bit. You got some decent engage alongside of the Alistair, but that's about it, right? You're not necessarily looking to hard engage into this, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Let's hop onto the rift for game number 1, Damwon Kia versus Hanwha Life Esports. One of the biggest matches that we have of the week. I actually changed my mind with my match of the week vote. It was going to be Damwon Kia versus Gen G, but I decided that this match was going to be bigger, just with how Chovy had recently performed in comparison to Showmaker having a little bit of a slump in recent times. And if Showmaker steps it up here, it's going to mean all that much more, which is so exciting for this particular matchup.
They need him to step up. If Damwon Kia don't have a mid lane here and Chovy's just able to do whatever he wants, then this game can kind of landslide away from Damwon really quickly. It doesn't feel like that's possible against this team, but we've seen, you know, the cracks in the armor from Damwon Kia here in spring. Doesn't feel like spring is really their favorite season.
Yeah, they like it when it's a bit
LCK
warmer.
terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even, you know, a bit colder towards fall, and
Yeah, maybe.
eventually it turns to the World Finals. That's their favorite time of year, apparently.
The early cold
spring.
times, not the late cold times.
Yeah.
Maybe I overthought that. Let's see how this goes. Laning phase going to begin here. Showmaker and Chovy. It should be Syndra favored in the earlier stages. Of course, Twisted Fate not necessarily the most dominant of laners. And Syndra should be able to throw some orbs around and get some things going. We'll just have to see how things develop, and make sure you check for level 6 on Chovy. That first Destiny going to be very important, as Death getting a bit of damage here onto Beryl, as him and Ghost turning up to the lane a little bit late.
Yeah. Note that he is farming. This is not going to be fasting Senna. He is taking all the farm.
Yep.
Starts the Doran's Blade, and Vista just going to be classic support Gragas. Thought that would be the best choice. And you've got a lot of squishy members on the side of DK that you can kind of just pop away or pop into your team, hopefully, to get things on kind of a better situation for the engage. So I actually do like the pick here at the end for Hanwha Life Esports.
Well, not really liking how the mid lane's going for Hanwha Life Esports, as Chovy's taking a lot of damage, down to about 200 here underneath this turret. Largely as expected, but certainly going to be working out in Damwon Kia's favor a lot, as that cannon minion also going to go wide. Showmaker making sure he keeps up the pressure completely here in the mid lane. As Showmaker will take a little bit of damage back there and has used his entire mana bar, but this trading of autos certainly not working out for Chovy, who's going to eat through all of his corrupting potion charges, much like what Showmaker's doing as well on the other side.
He wants to push out that lane and go for a back, as he does have the wave pushing, but it's going to be rough. Maybe Showmaker pushes it back into him just to put on that pressure. Note, Canyon is 11-2 on Nidalee. This was one of his big picks, one of the first ones where everybody was like, holy crap, like, we can't give this guy Nidalee. And then it was like, holy crap, we can't give him Lilia. And wait, we can't give him anything. Like, he just carries on whatever you give him. And it kind of just turned into that, so... But Nidalee, one of the first ones, and 11-2 so far in the LCK. We all know what Canyon can do, and how he can get leads over enemy junglers and stuff like that.
Yep. Also, a very fast farmer on the Nidalee as well. This guy's very efficient as far as taking camps, and that's going to be highly valuable against the Udyr, who's also going to be speed clearing. Arthur at the moment, currently even, and they're in similar positions on the map as well, both looking for their Krugs as that final choice. We've basically shared the jungle entirely, and we have mirrored positions as well, as Chovy's going to get that cheeky little ward down. This is one of his personal favorites. Likes to grab that on as early as possible, as Dudu is just getting punished over and over again here in this lane, as you would expect. Let's just see whether he's going to be forced into playing the weak side Crocodile or whether there will be some help from Arthur and Chovy, especially when Chovy has hit that level 6.
Khan plays best when he is very aggressive and very confident, and this is a matchup that is going to be pretty nice for him.
Oh, that body slam was so good.
Yeah. This is a good player.
Yeah. Sorry, you were saying. I rudely interrupted.
Oh, well, that was actually Barrel's fault, but thanks for taking the blame away.
I always will.
Yeah, I mean, this is like Khan's playground, right, in the top lane. It's just the exact way he loves to play the game. He likes to dump on his opponents, get very aggressive, win lane matchups, and, you know, Arthur decided not to actually go up to the top side and look to help at all. He's just going for full clears, and now he's down on the bottom side as here we go.
Yeah, let's see whether they can get in there. Vista does have the body slam flash capability, but decides not to actually employ it. And he's going to be happy with the flash out of Beryl. So successful gank to start this thing off here for Arthur, who's now just looking for some camps. The Drake is available as he's going to sweep out this ward first. Heads up play. And Gromp is there on the map, mate. So maybe he just wants to go over and grab the Gromp. Canyon's already delving deep into the enemy jungle.
There's nothing there right now, actually. He's just going to look to put down a very deep ward, so, you know, even though there's not much available at the moment, you're getting a lot of value by just immediately... You're enabling Khan to just have an even better lane up in the top side, and that's the biggest thing about this. See, they're going to know exactly where the Udyr is, if he's ever on the top side of the map. They even have a ward over in the bottom side river and over the wall there, as you will note. And all of this vision means that they know where Arthur is 100% of the time, and this allows your Quinn to just put on the pressure that she needs to put on. And it's even going to mean that they're rotating up to the top side now.
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes.
Arthur is in position, spots out Showmaker. Dudu knows exactly what's happening here as the Dominus is available, and there's Destiny. That's going to mean that Dudu is going to survive this one. Good setup from Damwon Kia. Good answer here from Hanwha Life. And Chovy looks like he had absolutely no intention of heading topside. He's like, no, no, no. Children, back here. And they are going to obey him for now.
Nobody move.
Yeah.
Unless it's away from my top laner. And Destiny is a decently long cooldown early on in the game, but enabling your Renekton to not get totally demolished in a lane is a lot more valuable than keeping your Destiny Gate cooldown available. So definitely the right play there.
Also a bit of an experience advantage for Dudu as well, who kills a bunch of CS underneath that turret. Remember, he did miss a few, and now things are very, very even as Khan's going to meet that next wave, which will be shoved towards Dudu. So actually a great outcome for Hanwha Life there towards the top side of the map, but it is still very early days. Hard to judge how any of this is going to eventuate, as Chovy's beginning to get towards the ability to clear out these waves, but we'll be prioritizing the Merc Treads as item number 1, so building up that extra damage outside of just levels in the skills is going to take a bit of time, as Dudu misses that one. That Color Wig, not the one that he wanted, as Khan just continuing to press forward.
Yeah, and the worst part about playing these kinds of lanes is that every single thing that you do wrong is amplified. It's like, oh, I went forward and I tried to take a trade. Well, that was my one chance to take a trade, and now I just have to do nothing. Like, he is actually going to continue going in, but again, note that because he is pretty far behind now, it's like, well, he doesn't have much going on. This is a nice setup, though.
Yep, Arthur is going to get spotted by the Harrier, and that's the value of the Quinn. Has their own vision as well. But Arthur immediately sweeps out that ward, so they're still going to get a little bit of value here. Herald available, as you can see, as Dudu just wants to do his very best to clear out minion waves and get the hell out of dodge.
Yeah, just going to survive as much as possible. He's keeping up in CS. Of course, the call was purchased for Khan, so he gets a lead there. You don't have much top lane priority with the Renekton into the Quinn, so getting that pressure means that Khan is going to... Well, here we go. Yeah,
Dominus popped already. Canyon does have inside track as Arthur has started off the Rift Herald as well. A lot happening as Dudu going to just face check Canyon. It's not really what you want. Spear's going to connect, but not actually going to be gone in on here by Canyon. Canyon just wondering what he wants to get right now. It's like, there's so many tasty things on this map. It's delicious.
Yeah. He's like the security guard of Shelly right now.
Yeah. Well, Vista's roamed over a little bit earlier than Beryl. Beryl actually a long way away from this one as Deft. Currently in Dawning Shadow range. Dudu now with half of his health bar. Canyon continuing to poke him down. They do manage to get the Rift Herald. And Showmaker not going to find that scat of the week whatsoever. Slice gets Dudu to safety and Hanwha Life first advantage.
And it's a pretty big one, too. They were not supposed to be getting those objectives. Beryl, he is thinking about it, but he's not going to have an option here, as now he has real flash and not Hex Flash. And, oh, thinking about it now, but yeah, not going to amount to much. Too obvious from Showmaker 2. Chovy can just back away.
Yep.
They will push that one. But yeah, just really not supposed to get that Rift Herald in this game. But the fact that they do is massive. They push the Quinn away. They get priority from the top side. The bottom side roams first. And you'll note that Deft and Vista are already doing a great job down there.
The triple value is missed? Oh, no.
Oh,
what a disaster. Was that like 28% chance buffed on this patch? And that's 3 for 3? That's a huge tilter. Of course, Deft wanted to make sure that he got the correct back timing, which is why he didn't stop or anything like that. Because it's much more important to get to this lane so that they can be in position for a potential dragon take if Arthur gets there, things like that. But that's still just really depressing.
Or he was just shopping.
Oh, potentially, yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. But both of them together means that that's a little bit sad for our Senna. But he's still doing well as here's a gank on the top side.
Yep, definitely great news here for Hanwha Life as they're just going to lap up the Quinn very comfortably. This is largely what we're expecting. Scat of the week comes down onto Dudu though. The execution onto Canyon. Gold card a little bit late out of Chovy, unfortunately, as the spear is going to miss. And now Arthur is going to start off this Drake. So a 1-for-1 in the end. Both of these top laners do go down, but it's Dudu that grabs the kill, which is going to be very valuable within the lane.
Yeah, he needs these things to stick in that one and not get too far behind. Note that the teleport was used by Showmaker to try to set that up. Disengage, not going to mount.
Oh, the barrel's beautiful. Oh man, loved it. Doesn't do too much, like you say, and Shelly's going to hop down. She's going to grab some plates here for Deft, Vista, and for Arthur. And this is really the story, right? It's Hanwha Life demolishing the bottom lane. This is what we were expecting towards the end of 2020, and it just didn't happen, right? Deft, like, versus Ghost has always been Deft favored in the past, outside of the second round robin of summer last year.
Yeah. It's just an unhappy lane. There's just no happiness for Dudu. It doesn't matter if he gets a kill, you're still just, you know, there's not even an item here for Khan just yet. And he has Canyon.
Does get stunned up under here as well as the Q. Not going to quite be there as there's the Dawning Shadow, but cool guys don't look at explosions, do they, Canyon? As he locks down that kill very comfortably and Showmaker grabs himself an assist.
Yeah, somehow again, Showmaker's up on the top side here. No Destiny available for Chovy, so just getting the first roam and being there. I think if there is no Showmaker, there's a pretty good chance that Canyon just dies in what would have been an awesome showing for a top laner here for Hanwha Life. But he ends up being punished by, again, Showmaker being out on the map. And that's really what, you know, Showmaker looks for. He's not really the guy that's going to absolutely demolish you in lane and solo kill a bajillion people like Chovy is. He's going to help out his team. He's always going to be there, the right place at the right time. His game sense and macro is fantastic. And he does prove that here a couple times in a row.
Yeah, really clean play coming through from Showmaker. Certainly shows that this is the matchup he's been preparing for us. We're going to go back in time a long way. Was that an early cleanse out of Khan as well? It was on cooldown at some point. I'm not sure when he actually used it. Maybe not in this fight whatsoever, as this was answered back pretty comfortably by Damwon Kia.
Yeah, and this one is like, ooh, Canyon nearly even took a second turret shot, and if he did, he was going to die too. So pretty close. I like how Dudu does take that trade. Again, it really comes down to first mid lane to hit the top side.
Yeah.
Does win in that trade, so nicely done from Showmaker. He's trying to get some back on the map after Chovy got that nice gank up in the top side. And Chovy now with a Hextech belt.
Yep, Proto Belt now picked up from Chovy. Gonna have that extra mobility. Very, very nice.
Rocket belt.
Indeed.
There's the new name.
I just call it Dash Cannon. I always will. Chem Tank completed for Arthur as well, so he can beat Udyr now in some potential fights that are going to break out. Currently, things very, very even as another I've seen this one before, ladies and gentlemen, but now we've got Turbo Olaf in on the action, and Dudu grabs his second kill.
Yeah, Turbo Udyr gets in there and shuts it down. And they're just bullying Khan up in the top side, right? Initially, it was supposed to be that Khan gets himself a nice amount of room and is able to just push in. You had tons of vision in the enemy jungle. But now, with TF level 11, and of course Arthur super fast, he can get to a lot of these ganks. And it's going to be rough for Khan to just play out that classic Quinn gameplay.
Yeah.
You can't just push without thinking because there are so many threats actually on the enemy side that can punish you. And we've seen it multiple times already.
Oh, Chovy actually going to dash cannon forward. Canyon in position, immediately pounces. No pun intended. I don't know why I keep saying Olaf instead of Udyr, by the way. I've got a bit of a problem, I think.
They're the same champion.
Yeah, well, I guess they both do move pretty quickly as Deft looking for some more piercing darkness damage. Ghost still struggling in this matchup, but he's by no means out of the game or anything like that. He's a Kraken Slayer behind, though, and we'll see whether Ghost is going to be following suit with the item build or whether he's going to go Gale Force for the added security. Double cleanses here on the Damwon Kia side, so these gold cards well and truly being respected. Out of Chovy is once again just sidestepping on these Scatter the Weeks. It's just a little bit too quick right now. As Canyon in position, there's the cast. Spear going to miss though, is now Deft. Thinks this is an opportunity. Oh my god, the damage out of this Kraken Slayer is disgusting on this center. Why did they buff that, man? It's actually crazy. You Q something and it feels like it's always stacked up even though you only get one stack each time. Oh man.
Yeah, Deft is just so confident down here. He's even going to delay the backs. I don't even know if he had any vision of that, but still able to line it up as maybe Arthur had spotted him with a plant or something like that. And they're just putting so much pressure now on the bottom side. I mean, Chovy's got so much value on the top side, but still the bottom lane is winning so hard. And
oh, the flash! Deft with the immediate answering flash was just so clean. And they punish Beryl immediately. Destiny popped instantly, also, and Chovy uses it just to get back into position underneath the turret. He's like, good job, boys. And gets back to just farming things out. Very, very fast, very clean from Hanwha Life. And they're going to use this extra power to start off this Drake Canyon in position, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Vista is backing here. I guess they feel like they just have enough pressure.
Oh, no. Spear turned into as Canyon. They're going to get stunned up for a second, but it is going to be Infernal delivered over to Damwon Kia. Maybe biting off a little more than Hanwha Life can chew.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was just the teleport being used by Showmaker to put on enough pressure, especially after the spear lands. But if they had Vista, they probably would have taken that anyway. As here's another look at this Beryl, very desperately trying to get this going, but you've got to know that even Chovy can pounce on you at one single moment. If you go for an engage, he wasn't even needed there. So at the end of the day, it's just getting way too aggressive, thinking that he could sustain the damage this early on. And Beryl's a fantastic Alistar player, so maybe just the team calling out for him to engage, but that was not the right moment. And just handing over more gold into this bottom lane that they did not need, but they would definitely enjoy.
Valdez, is that a Rage Knife? Is Deft going Rage Blade Senna?
Nice.
That's so sick. Of course, synergizes well with his Kraken Slayer, not necessarily with Senna's kit exceptionally well, but she does do bonus damage, things like that. I like it. Actually, we'll never doubt Deft, so I'll just let him do what he does.
Biggest Deft fanboy.
Oh yeah, I have been my entire career. Hasn't got me into trouble just yet, so I think we're going to be fine. As Khan just continuing to put the pressure down. Blind comes in. Shirley should be taken here by Damwon Kia. And now Beryl trying to go for a little bit more. Piercing darkness to keep everyone healthy as Arthur. Oh, the delivery once again. Vista having a phenomenal performance today as the gameplay button used onto Arthur, but he stays alive. Beryl eventually goes down as Dominus was used on the top side of the map. Dudu taking a bit of damage, but will survive for the moment. Now Arthur back towards the top side, looking to try and get that health back and then try and help his top laner. Dudu gets himself out of the way. Stride Breaker, I believe. Is that a Stride Breaker?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow, that's an interesting choice. Gordrinker is almost always there. I almost second guess myself as here is the Destiny. Vista's in position as well. Slice comes forward. The blind comes down immediately onto Chovy, but unfortunately it's just not going to be enough by the looks of things. They do make it underneath the turret for now as Chovy didn't want to take that extra shot, still valuing the amount of ramp-up damage it had, and it looked like that spear might have actually killed him. So really good take there from Arthur to make sure that his mid laner didn't die.
Yeah, and I think a little bit of greed out of Toby too. Just hit the Quinn, right? But I guess expecting the cleanse to come out and didn't want to use it, but he was more out of position and hitting the Nidalee, who's just going to flash and leap away after your yellow card. And the rest of your teammates weren't able to pounce on the Nidalee, as we just saw. So a bit unfortunate there, but at least they got all of the summoners out of those two members. Showmaker just quietly pushing the bottom lane. He's done a lot of just, you know, away from Chovy plays, or just responding to them. And it's been pretty nice. You know, he gets a lot of value down here. Nearly able to take down this turret as well, off of the back of everything with no teleport. Just farming away here. He's got the most CS on the map right now.
Yep, and Deft has completed his Rage Blade as well. So looking forward to seeing the extra damage out from that one. Will scale extraordinarily well with his passive on this center, as we're going to have a look at this fight one more time.
Yeah, so Arthur's stunned about 5,000 times, and Vista has just been kind of like this unexpected highlight player from this game. So many amazing tasks, and it's not just Deft in the bottom side, it's Vista as well, just putting on so much pressure. When you get cast like that 3-4 times in a row, you just get this kind of nervousness that he's going to hit that cask every single time. And when you are the Gragas player, you get even more confident that you will. So it's like this positive reinforcement cycle for Vista that feels great, but not so good for Ghost and Beryl, as he's just been dominating on this straight up AP Gragas support here. It's been very nice to watch.
Yep. And Deft has reaped the benefits. As you can see, 2-0-0 right now. Half of the kills on Hanwha Life at this point in time, and the center is going to be just so deadly as this game goes on, which is weird to talk about a semi-supportive AD carry. But he's going to be very, very scary. The Piercing Darkness starting to do a lot of damage as Chovy does find Khan there, does a fair bit of damage. Khan's just going to pop his way out.
Khan immediately recognizes, he's like, oh wait, like, this isn't a Renekton. It's Chovy, and he has a cannon. He's got that item, extends his range, of course, and now he's going deep here.
Oh, Dawning Shadow comes down as well for some added damage. Protobelt comes forward as Khan very, very fast. Chovy looking for the gold card, finds it! Goodbye, Quinn. Now Showmaker could be in trouble, has to flash to get over the wall, but can you flash away from an Udyr? He's so damn fast. And now Dudu's trying to chase after them. Great knockups with the Pulverize there as Arthur now looking to find his way out. Chovy a little bit late to that party by the looks of things, but still not going to get punished for it, as the first Ocean Drake is now on the map. And Damwon Kia have already sent Shirley into the mid lane, and she's done her dirty work on this inner turret. Chovy gonna have to answer, as she might actually get a charge. She does on this inhibitor turret.
Whoa. Too much value for that one. I mean, just pushing through all the turrets in the mid lane. So Damwon, you know, somehow, even though that looks like such a fantastic trade for Hanwha Life, Damwon are still in the lead when it does come to gold. So gotta be feeling good about that, at least. Again, a lot of their gold is on this Nidalee, which is pretty interesting. Has her first couple of items already, and we've seen already a bunch of spears just do insane damage. The problem is that it doesn't really stick. You're up against the Senna, who is insanely fed, kind of miles ahead of the enemy bot lane, even though Ghost does have some CS winning, at least. And Chovy just unleashes. He waits for the vision to go down, pulls out the gold card, just hops on in, and look at the range at which he hits this gold card. It's just like from downtown, able to line that one up, and Showmaker was desperately trying to help out. But the rest of the team is in mid lane pushing with the Rift Herald, so the rotation comes in pretty late. It finally does, and a full combo from Showmaker onto Arthur doesn't do enough. Good old Franklin helping out there.
Yep.
Not the same skin, but the turtle doing the work. And yeah, Udyr was surprisingly tanky at this point in the game, and you could see just how amazing the rundown and the catch is from the side of Hanwha Life.
Well, speaking of rundown, Dudu struggling at the hands of Khan still in this game. This Storm Razor complete now, as well as that Gale Force, so certainly a force to be reckoned with as Deft. Can he actually keep Vista alive? The answer is absolutely not, as Showmaker presses gameplay And good night, sweet Gragas. Spear not going to connect, but this is a long walk up the mid lane to a very, very unhealthy turret.
This, man, Vista was so clean up until this moment. That's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah.
To get caught there, especially when you're Gragas and you have flash and body slam, and for some reason just caught off guard and goes down without using either of them, it looked like. Maybe he used his body slam. But still, that just opens that up, and now they're going to go on to Khan.
Yeah, he's got flash, he's got cleanse, so it's likely that he keeps himself alive, still with that cleanse available. Sliced Ice comes in, and as you can see, looks like the priority is going to be on Damwon, just heading immediately for this Baron. Can they even get this kill? Takes them way too long. Baron already approaching half health. As Chovy, he's got cleanse, he doesn't have teleport available right now, and Deft over the wall to see whether they can actually get enough down, as Arthur does have a blast cone available. Dawning Shadow comes in, Beryl just gonna gatekeep and does so effectively. It will cost him his life, but it doesn't matter. Damwon Kia got what they came for. Ooh, can they get out though, as Beryl is going to be the sacrificial cow? Okay, looks like the rest of Damwon Kia should be safe.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, that's a pretty big Baron to take down from Damwon Kia. Definitely the right decision to just answer with an immediate Baron call. There's no teleport on Dudu, and that was absolutely well communicated. So they say, you know, if Dudu did have teleport, that would have been a fantastic play from Hanwha Life, but not the case, as they just hop onto the Baron, and they do take that down. Now, Hanwha Life did get some other wins. You know, they take down the mid lane turret and stuff like that, but still definitely a nice win to the side of Damwon Kia. And here, Vista, he just gets stunned and dies. I mean, there's nothing else. Like,
he was so busy trying to juke that he just died.
Yeah, juked himself to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is just, you know, Khan was 0-3 before this. Now he's 0-4 after they both used flash. They use the Destiny here, the Dominus here, so everything is used from Hanwha Life just to make sure that they can pull off that kill. And is it worth it in the end of the day? I mean, you make him 0-4, yes, but it's not like you're going to take much pressure off of the Renekton. I mean, Khan just respawns, brushes himself off, returns to lane, and continues dominating the Renekton is most likely what's going to happen.
Yep, Deft gonna ride his gun towards this mid lane as that inhibitor still exposed. Gale Force in from Khan, looking to try and take down Dudu. This is the strongest 0-4 champion I've seen in a really long time, as in comes Ghost. Immediately does get cleansed up, but it's not going to be enough to save him. Cathian Rain was already in the sky. Good night, Renekton.
There was a Destiny use, I suppose, to get to the bottom lane, because I don't think he used it from the bottom lane, right? I wasn't actually watching where Chovy was on the map, but that's pretty interesting. He's gonna just split push. He's like, okay, whatever. Like, you guys get the kill, sure, good stuff. You're pushing with the Baron. I'm looking for more stuff elsewhere on the map.
We'll see this 1v1, see how that one goes. Actually, just going to be given up there by Khan. There's a headbutt pulverize, and Arthur's going to be able to make it out, but does have to use his flash. Vista taking damage off the back end as Damwon. They're closing in on this top inhibitor turret. This has been some classic Damwon macro, by the way. They have just outplayed Hanwha Life on the map at every turn. Feels like Hanwha have been able to execute on what they were trying to do, but Damwon always just had a better answer.
Yeah, it's definitely Damwon versus Hanwha Life Esports. The nameplates are on. We expect this from both of these teams, and it's fun to watch. I think Damwon, though, are in a pretty good spot right now. We'll see if Hanwha Life can catch someone. That would be certainly playing into their comp here.
Yep, Poke flying forward. As you can see, Chovy does have to use his cleanse. It's now the Ocean Drake looking to be started up here. No soul point or anything like that for any team, but Hanwha wanting to threaten it if they can. Set themselves up as a group. We'll see whether Deft has enough heals to keep everyone ready to fight as the Destiny comes down. Everyone on Damwon Kia, they know where they are, but will they actually be able to stop them from challenging for this one, as Scatter the Weak is going to go wide. Harrier comes in yet again. There's the Nidalee locking down the Drake, and now the fight is on. Dudu in the back of the pit. Sterix has been popped already, but some low health bars here from Damwon Kia. It's a difficult team composition to team fight with, and that's being demonstrated right now. Arthur will help lock down that kill for Deft, but they don't get the Drake. They don't threaten the soul point, and they only get one kill for it. The map still belongs to Damwon Kia.
Yeah, it's a couple of kills, but again, it's like 0-4-0-5. Great, you know, you're not getting that much value off of it. Yes, it's gonna feel good, but at the end of the day, you do give away that Ocean Drake. As we're gonna take a look at, okay, interesting that we're looking at this replay from about 3 minutes ago, but either way, level 16 to 15, he just gets caught in an awkward spot, can't get away. Does a nice little trade on the Ghost, but it just ended up with Chovy split pushing. And I want to note here, great steal from Canyon. Yes, he gets in there, but as you mentioned, everybody else is running away. It's like this team fight is not good for Damwon. I think they wanted to get the objective and get out, and a couple of members just didn't listen to that call because Beryl went in alone, died.
Yeah, I actually didn't notice Beryl dying, so it was actually 2 kills instead of 1. I tell a lie. But still, 2 kills when you own the map, you know, you've broken open the base in the mid lane, things like that. Things still absolutely working for Damwon Kia.
Yeah. Still feeling pretty good. Able to take that objective for sure, but I think they realized something important, that some of these team fights are going to be incredibly hard to play, especially if they began to get run down. The amount of range that is on the side of Hanwha Life is pretty insane, and that's crazy to say when you have Renekton and Udyr in your comp, right? It's like, you get these 2 guys that love to just run you down, team fight, right? They're bruisers. They're called bruisers for a reason. And then you have Ragefire Cannon, that's not the name.
Rageblade. Ragefire Cannon is 2 of his items combined. I liked it a lot. I actually think you 5-headed that one as Beryl. Going to be avoided, doesn't find the Pulverize at all, as the Spear is also sidestep. Now on the backline, Ghost is trying to get rid of Chovy, who does lead, but Beryl is also left out. He's been on the wrong paddock this entire game, unfortunately. Oh no, it's a bit of a disaster here as far as these fights are concerned. Damwon Kia still have the gold lead.
Yeah. This is what happens, you know, you just get one person picked and you can't really do much. There's no follow-up after Beryl. He just goes in and dies, and well, I guess Chovy's dead.
Yep, he's gonna go golden. That's a cleanse that he gets out from Khan, so he's going to be writing that one down and saying that he's gonna get there, as Khan's still gonna die though. As Dudu turns up, Arthur in the area. Not quite as fast as a lot of our other Udyrs that we've seen. I thought Showmaker should have been dead there, but no, not gonna be the case. Didn't quite have his chem tank back online. As Chovy dies for the first time, that's gonna halve his KDA. I'm devastated, Valdez, I'm devastated.
Yeah, it feels pretty bad. For his KDA at least. But
yeah.
Other than that,
he's only on like 24 now.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. We're having a 2-man Baron here. Definitely something you can do with a decently fed Kai'Sa and some attack speed from the Nidalee.
Yeah, Arthur. We're going to try and get that control ward over the wall. They do get it in there. Arthur doesn't have flash available though, and they have no blast cone, so it's another Baron just freely heading over towards Damwon Kia, demonstrating that they are still the macro lords.
Yeah. Just able to get over there way before even Hanwha Life even realized what was happening. And no flash on Udyr means that you're giving that up. So I don't know why they're sticking around and blowing summoners and stuff like that. This team fight, again, it's just picking away at the front line and kiting. Deft, kind of 5-heading that play. He's able to flash even before Beryl is able to get any knock-up onto him. Another fantastic cast, by the way. He says, Canyon and Showmaker, just get the hell out of here. We're going to kill your cow, and there's nothing you can do about it. And down he goes. Again, 0 and 5 for Beryl, 0 and 6 for Khan. And
Khan's still feels dangerous, man.
They're still winning.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Like, Khan is 0-6, but he's the most powerful 0-6 champion I've ever seen. And often we see Quins do this, right? And then the game is over and the Quinn does nothing. This is an example of Khan still playing these side lanes, still making it work, even though the scoreline is abysmal. And it's because Damwon Kia are way better at capitalizing on it than a lot of others. Is Beryl, yeah, just dead. Picked off and destroyed. It's like he's in an alternate dimension. Not an ultimate dimension. That's not the dimension he's in.
Ultimate dimension.
Yeah, it's in the alternate dimension, and the rest of his team just don't exist with him.
Yeah, I don't know how he just keeps dying, but that's just how it goes. He's supposed to be the engage in the front line for his team, and I suppose he's soaking a lot of that, but this is going to be Damwon just straight up taking an inhibitor. They say thank you very much. Ocean Drake doesn't do anything for you yet.
Yep. And the Baron's certainly going to be helping out here as Dudu going for a flank. He's popped the Dominus, but then decides that he doesn't necessarily want to get in on this one. So Bit of a mistake. Soul Point now is going to belong to Hanwha Esports as Khan is booking it over here on Valor, but he's not going to be able to stop this Drake from going down. Can he actually kill Arthur is the question, as the answer might be no. The slight slow comes down from his Storm Razor as Arthur not going to get towards the ulti fast enough. And it's going to be Vista falling down as well. Not entirely sure how that one happened, but it did. Chovy finds the backline as Khan mid-vault is going to cleanse. Can Chovy actually land the gold card is going to be the question, and he does. But can he make it out? I don't know. As not going to interrupt Valor or anything like that as Chovy gets into... Oh, man. Okay, gold card going to come in. Beryl going to get the headbutt. And okay, that's a very good Chovy. In the meantime, the base is just going down. And Damwon Kia is saying, nope, I'm done with this game. 35 minutes. This is like the longest we've been on Summoner's Rift this entire season. And they will just take it.